I feel like if I was going to release that information, I didn't demand that it be released to me. I actually never demanded that it be released. I just simply said that this is what was going on in the last 48 hours. Maybe to the media they could release it. They could release it to PBD. They decided to release it to a guy that called Erika too retarded in June.
So what?
Yeah, I just think it kind of shows that Turning Point is sending you as their horse.
Well, I don't know where
they don't have the courage to have the conversation. If they were just releasing something in good faith to answer questions.
Do you have any evidence of that claim?
It's not evidence. You're sharing your opinion that she's too retarded. I can't share my opinion.
This got awkward fast. Andrew Wilson takes on Candace Owens' Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories, and suddenly Israel is behind everything. Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens go head-to-head over TPUSA, Erika Kirk, and what complicit actually means. Before we dig into it, YouTube is showing me that almost 99% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So take 1 second and like and subscribe for daily uploads, or else. This is America only.
One thing, though, that I want to just directly ask you is, do you actually believe that anybody in TPUSA or Erika Kirk or Erika actually participated, had foreknowledge of, or facilitated the murder of Charlie Kirk?
I'm not going to get myself into a legal pickle here. Everything I've said is on my podcast. I think firmly that if I was the investigating officers, I would seat them all and I would ask questions. I would at this phase. I would.
Okay,
so
what does that
hypothetical,
mean? Does that mean that you do think so?
I think it was not a sufficient investigation into what we know to be true of 80% of homicides. It's usually conducted by someone you know, right? And the fact that that was never even considered, that like I said earlier, the backpack was returned.
How do you know that was never considered?
Because they gave back the backpack as just one example.
I mean, that's a huge claim to make, that somebody's wife orchestrated their assassination. I mean, granted, I will say Erika Kirk has a pretty weird background. I mean, we can all probably admit that. I mean, I just saw a clip earlier today of her like praising OF models and sex workers. So, I mean, yeah, maybe she's not exactly who she says she is, or maybe her opinions have changed over time. But I mean, does that really make her complicit to a murder? I don't know. I'm not convinced yet.
They gave back the backpack. They gave back the...
That doesn't show a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, it shows that the police trusted everybody and didn't just hold things up for a second.
Yeah, they ruled them out as suspects.
That quickly, I'm not comfortable with that investigation. It's a pretty big organization. There's a $100 million incentive. This is...
What $100 million incentive?
What I'm saying is his organization, it had grown to, I think it was 100 million.
Plus per year.
Yeah, per year. If that's something you want to back
up,
that's
what was
fine.
Your team wants to play video, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
There's a video they want to play of Candace said it's impossible to not believe Erika's complicit. If you guys want to play that video.
Could also just ask
and so right now their guys are going out and they're going to look for evidence, and then by May, which is fortunately around the corner, then she'll see what they found. So what the F is that performance? How could you sit up there and say, I 100% believe Tyler Robinson did it? That right there is why it is impossible for me to think that Erika Kirk is not complicit somehow. Because
those two thoughts actually don't even follow. How would it be the case that even if Erika Kirk did believe that Tyler Robinson was 100% responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk, let's just say she believed it with every fiber of her being, believed all the evidence, because she did. She just actually did. Would it then follow that somehow she's complicit in his death?
I didn't say complicit in death. You added those two words.
Okay, so what's she complicit in?
Yes, so sowing this narrative that Tyler Robinson is guilty. So you're chopping up clips. Like I said, you didn't have the confidence to come in debate, so now you're chopping it up.
What does complicit mean?
We are showing a clip of her on Barry Weiss, which I can't remember the date that she did that interview. And Erika, when she is asked, do you feel with 100% certainty that Tyler Robinson did this? And she says, I do. Then,
I mean, Candace, we've all seen your clips. We've watched your shows. We know exactly where you align in all of this, and that's fine. You have the right to your own opinion. But again, like, you have turned into the black female Alex Jones in a lot of people's eyes. And I love Alex Jones. I love Alex Jones. But you used to be somewhat of a reliable journalist, and then you started bringing up the whole Tesseract school and time traveling and all this wacky shit. So, I mean, you know, you got to build your credibility back, basically.
And again, context matters. I sit down with Erika for 4 hours under the assumption that she had some evidence, right? Like I'm like, I actually, this is why I did not engage in any like Erika, everyone's questioning what she's wearing and all this stuff. I was like, I'm going to wait here because I don't know, just it feels weird to think that, did I think that some of her mannerisms were weird and stuff like that? Yeah, but that's not, you can't convict somebody on weird mannerisms. And then when I sat down with her and I was expecting for her to say, well, you know, I'm obviously the victim on the case and we got to see the shot, you know, taken or this or that, whatever it is. Great. You know, that's why she has that much confidence 2 months ago. And when I sat down with her, it was nothing. It was nothing.
I mean, we all thought Suge Knight had something to do with Tupac's murder, and then come to find out it was, you know, one of Diddy's henchmen, Keefy D, and his nephew, Orlando Anderson. I mean, things take time to come out. I understand that you want the views, you want the clout, you want to be the first one who was right on the scene, but sometimes it's just best to not be an ambulance chaser. I mean, let things play out as they will.
Okay, so this is a conversation.
How would that make her complicit?
Complicit. And again, you said complicit in the death of Charlie Kirk.
Complicit in what? Yeah.
Well, if you let me finish my sentence, I could tell you that. But my point being is that then you take a look at this and you go, okay, well, this is weird. Why would you have this confidence? And then when you sit across from somebody and you say, okay, great, I want to go out there and defend you now. I want people to know that you can't say this stuff publicly, but you know more things. And she just blanks. And then she says, well, I'm going to call the lawyer. And she called the lawyer. Again, all of this is on my show. So out of context clips is not going to work because I know what I say on my show. Okay. So we call her lawyer and her lawyer says to us, she calls him on the phone, pardon me. And it's me, her, and Justin Strife. And I'm like, okay, great. What do you guys have? He goes, well, we don't have anything yet. We're not at that phase yet. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you don't have anything? And he says, well, don't you know how it works? It's a probable cause hearing. So basically the state says that they're going to bring this forward. And now our people go out and they look for the evidence to assert that Tyler Robinson is guilty. And so I asked her directly, her lawyer directly, the phone's in between us. I'm like, wait, so just so I'm clear, you haven't seen anything that the public hasn't seen? And he says, no. So I'm going back in my head and I'm going, okay, so why is Erika saying with such a degree of certainty, like she was sent out to convince the public and people bit, by the way. I remember even Megyn Kelly was like, let's wait. She's going to have access to things. I did think she had access to things that we didn't have. Why express that confidence to the public as opposed to just being like, we don't know yet. I feel confident he's involved. They made an arrest.
I don't understand. How would any of this make her complicit and in what?
Well, I've already told you. She's complicit in trying to fool the public into thinking this is some open and shut case.
How is she trying to...
I mean, there's video evidence of Tyler Robinson walking around the campus with something in the pant leg of his jeans, and obviously was walking very awkwardly, made it to the rooftop. I mean, it does seem to be a pretty open and shut case. I mean, there were probably some influences behind the scenes who helped direct his rage, I guess, against right-wingers. But Charlie Kirk did not deserve that. Like, honestly, I mean, if it were other people from the far right, like the actual far right, I would almost understand it. But it's like, dude, Charlie was like everyone's youth pastor back in church, you know? Like, he was not a threat to anybody except for like certain Democrats in power. He could change minds. He swayed college-age voters. So I do understand why there may be a reason for a conspiracy against him, but again, we got to wait for the proof.
Fool the public into this. If she believes
like, don't look
if she
anywhere
believes
else.
that Tyler Robinson killed Kirk, if she believes that, how would that be complicit in anything?
I do.
Are you saying that you think she doesn't believe it?
I don't believe that at that stage she sat down with Barry Weiss that's what she believes. No, but that's my opinion.
Right, but so when you just say complicit, you just mean she believes that Tyler Robinson killed Kirk? That's it?
That's what we were talking about. That's why I said if your strategy was to dice up clips and take it out of context and make it
No
seem like I
strategy.
said
You
she
can
was
explain
complicit.
everything.
Yeah, but then why not just play the full thing? Like why?
Because we don't have like infinite amounts of time, I'm guessing. You probably don't want to watch.
Well, I'm going to go back to my theory that you didn't feel confident that you could defend your claim that it was overwhelming evidence. So now you're trying to move towards doctored clips and getting
Well,
me to
there's no
respond
doctor
to
in
it.
anything. I'm just making sure that we got this right.
Yes,
That what you're actually
yes,
saying
I
is
do
that
believe
Erika is just complicit in believing it.
When I re-examined her actions backward, because I did not have this perspective of her at the beginning, which is why it's so funny to me that you guys make it seem like I'm ground zero. People thought Erika was sus from day I forgive him. And I was not a part of that. I did not lean into that. I did not contribute to that. I was getting actually terrible messages from my fans being like, Candace, you and Charlie always say to go with your intuition. You won't address this, how we all feel about her. Things changed for me when I saw that Zoom call. I will tell you that for sure. And the fact that she lied to me. So I sat across from her and, I wanted to have that conversation publicly, but they're probably grateful they didn't do it publicly. She told me some lies. And so the next thing that happens naturally when somebody lies to you, when any person lies to you, whether it's a toddler, people only lie when they're trying to obscure something else.
Have you addressed what that lie was?
Yeah, I've talked about, we have a list of lies that we've been told by Charlie. We can find that,
I'm sure. In the meeting with her.
Well, no, I didn't want her to cage up. I didn't want to do this, and because I didn't know what to expect. Like I didn't know if she was going to be like, I'm so overwhelmed with everything, and I don't know who to trust at the organization, and I don't know what I'm doing. Like I didn't know. I didn't want to.
Just out of curiosity, before anything happened with Charlie, how close were you and Erika?
Not very.
I mean, again, people grieve differently. And maybe her way of grieving was, hey, let's keep his organization going. Let's keep it strong. And let's make sure his legacy doesn't die out. I mean, yeah, it might seem weird to an outsider, but when you have such a gigantic organization with as much influence and sway as Turning Point USA, you don't want that to die out. It's just like YouTube. You stop posting on YouTube for like a week and then eventually your channel starts to fade into obscurity. It's the same exact thing.
Very close.
So there's not a relationship.
No, I would say it's totally normal. Like it's not like there was any issues at all. We were always nice to each other. It just is our life went to a different phase, right? So Charlie and I hitting the ground, running around, traveling 4 days a week. Now I get married. I find love of my life. I get married and I get pregnant. I've been pregnant. I haven't stopped being pregnant. And what you want out of life changes. You don't want to be running around for 4 days a week and traveling on a plane nonstop. You suddenly want to start building at home and live. I was desiring that suburban life.
Did you guys ever do the double dates? You, George, her, and Charlie. Was there ever double dates between the four of you?
I was, engaged to George quickly. We were planning our wedding. I was kind of in my bubble with George. George traveled with me and Charlie, but Erika and him were just starting to date at the beginning of 2019. George and I were planning our marriage. Mm-hmm. So George really got to know Charlie. I wouldn't say that I really got to know Erika. I was just rooting for them because I knew how much Charlie wanted to, find love. And so I was kind of his wing woman throughout that phase. And I was just happy. And I never was under the impression, obviously, that they were going to get married when they were dating. So it wasn't like I was conscious, I really need to get to know this person. And so it was just kind of normal that by that time, because of where I was in my life, that I wasn't spending any time getting to know Erika per se.
So the complicit part about Erika to you, is that a gut feeling? You think
it transformed when she lied?
You can take the lead. I'm just asking questions.
Yes.
Go for it.
I actually don't. I still don't understand what you think she's complicit in.
Yeah. So when I say Erika's complicit, that's my opinion. When you tweeted Erika's too retarded to kill her husband, would you like to explain how you developed your evidence, your positive evidence for the fact that Erika was retarded?
Yeah, sure. So I just think all women are retarded.
Oh, so you're allowed to just say stuff. Who knew? So, and what dramatically transformed your opinion of Erika after going to the headquarters? Because you were pretty hostile about.
I wasn't hostile towards him.
You don't think calling somebody too retarded?
No, come on. That's like.
Yeah, I mean, people are very R-worded, But yeah, let's see how this ends here.
Like normal tongue-in-cheek stuff for me online.
Oh, you're being tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, usually when I call someone retarded, I'm being tongue-in-cheek, yeah. Like, for instance, you got supporters. I mean, if you want to use the same exact argument, you would take a supporter like Owen Benjamin. He called you bad names and called your husband bad names. Are you're just like, well, it's no biggie?
I've never answered him on anything that he said. I'm saying that you now are her biggest defender. So do you still think
I'm not her biggest defender?
Do you still think she's too retarded?
No. I didn't know Erika Kirk. I'd never met her before.
Okay, but you had an issue with Turning Point being led by a bunch of fembots talking about the feminist angle.
Still do.
And then suddenly you go to the headquarters.
Still think it's a terrible idea.
You go into the headquarters. I feel like if I was going to release that information, I didn't demand that it be released to me. I actually never demanded that it be released. I just simply said that this is what was going on in the last 48 hours. Maybe to the media they could release it. They could release it to PBD. They decided to release it to a guy that called Erika too retarded in June.
So what?
Yeah, I just think it kind of shows that Turning Point is sending you as their horse.
Well, I don't know where
they don't have the courage to have the conversation.
Like, I don't.
If they were just releasing something in good faith to answer questions,
do you have any evidence of that claim?
It's not evidence.
No.
You're sharing your opinion that she's too retarded.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to end it here. We might cover the rest of this debate in the next one, but wow, very, very fiery stuff. Sorry, I had a chip stuck in my throat. Well, again, if you like videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. As I mentioned earlier, YouTube is telling me that most of you that watch my videos are not subscribed, and that can be very bad for you. I mean, do you want one of these? Do you really want one of these? All right, well, like and subscribe. It only takes 1 second. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. This has been America Only.